Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back. Thank you so much, as always, for joining us. Thank you for coming back. This is Miguel Antonio Barragan, aka Fight Fiend Migs, joined as always by my co-host Andrew. Don't get it twisted, Lapache, and this is the Mad Boxing Show, or Mad Boxing for short. Thank you all for coming back. We were off last week. Just an FYI, I'm sure for those I mentioned it in the previous show. I went out of town. I went to Alaska for the weekend. I wanted to see the Northern Lights, so me and my girlfriend went out there to take a look at that, and it was quite the show, to say the least. It was
That
crazy
was
what you see with your
beautiful. Yeah.
eyes, and you take those pictures. That shit was nuts. But apparently, I brought something back with me because now I'm like coughing up a damn lung over here. I had some phlegm, and I
Who
don't
would
know.
have thought, Miguel? Who
Yeah,
would
who
have
would have
thought?
thought? Exactly. I would have brought back some damn, a new virus of COVID or some shit. But apparently, I got some sort of cold. So, I had to take last week off because I sounded much worse than this last week. But not regardless, thank you guys for your patience as always and for returning because we got a lot to talk about. Thankfully, if there's any silver lining in my, cold, is that it happened during a week or weekend when there weren't really that many important fights. There were some fights, yes, there were. Not too many important ones. But regardless, we are back here and we appreciate you guys stopping by as always and coming back, of course. So, we got much to talk about, of course. Everything from this weekend's fight coming up, or I should say this coming up Saturday with Bivol and Beterbiev. Of course, we've been waiting for it since June. We're going to do a little bit of a preview slash prediction on that one. Of course, other stuff going on outside of the ring. Oscar's little clapback, as he always liked to do, his shit. And, Eddie Hearn's response to that. The rumored slash kind of sort of half confirmed co fight between a co-event, I guess I should say, between um, Canelo and Inoue this December in Japan. It seems like that's actually going to happen. Inoue already has his opponent. We'll get to that momentarily. And of course, other things like Mr. Devin Haney back in the news and Ryan Garcia back in the news. Plenty we got to talk about, of course. And every so often, I'm going to be muting my mic to clear my throat because I'm not going to be fucking clearing my throat on the goddamn air. So before we get to all of that, Andrew, what's happening, dude? How you been?
Hey, what's up, Miguel? Welcome back.
Thank you.
Hope you're feeling better soon.
I am. Thank you.
The pictures were worth it. That's a bucket list thing you could check off, right? Just gotta get over the illness that you brought back.
Mm-hmm. Precisely.
Junior's birthday was this week, so it's been a 3 day party for Junior.
Oh,
Well, the
3 day
first day,
bender. 3 day bender.
yeah, the first day was just a Friday night. We just went out for pizza. We were gonna go to a movie. The movies were all too late. You know
Oh,
what, Dad? Dad came home. Yeah, we'll go at the 10:05 one.
yes.
Dad, wake up! Shut up! We'll go tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just got
Okay.
up and
10:05 a.m. tomorrow. That's what I meant.
I remember them trying to wake me up, Miguel. I remember that.
Uh,
So, uh, that came in on his birthday.
oh, hell yeah.
So
Fuck
he's
yeah.
in now. He is activated. So yeah, we're in pursuit now. See what happens.
Damn.
But yeah, good times. Next day, what do we do? We went bowling in the morning. Took
Mhm.
him bowling instead of the movies. He switched it up on me. Wanted to go bowling, and then we went to this place called Boomers in Modesto. Basically, miniature golf
Oh,
carts, batting cages. Not golf carts. Batting cages and go karts.
oh, I see.
Go
Okay.
karts. Yeah. So and then video games. You know that. So they did good. He got enough tokens. Him, his brother and sister. Actually, two sisters. Isadora. She blessed us with her
Oh,
presence finally.
right on. All right.
She took time out of her busy, you know,
Yeah.
adult
Her,
life
her busy social life. Right.
yes, to come see her brother. And they got enough points for him to get a Deadpool basketball. You know that's
Oh,
big.
nice.
You know
Yeah.
that was
Is it
like
like a
ten
full size
thousand.
one? Is it like a
Yeah,
full size? Oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. You know it was
All
like 10 grand.
right.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
tokens. No, but they did good. So they got that for him. So he got that. And then yeah, it's been good. Today we're going swimming and lunch. And that'll be and then the birthday cake. We're gonna do the cake tonight.
Oh, nice. What kind of cake do you guys get?
Oh man, don't ask. Oh, I got it
Oh,
right here. Hold on. No,
that
I'm
was
the one who
part of.
bought it.
Oh,
I'm the
I
one
was
who
gonna say
bought it.
Zach Tina's job. She's the one that got it. She has all the
She's
info.
no, she's at church right now, so I had to
Oh,
do the shopping. So what? Let me read this thing to you. It is a strawberry white bar cake.
whoa! What the heck? Okay, I don't know what a
That's a
bar cake is.
no.
No, I mean I know strawberry, of course, but I don't know what a bar cake is.
Well, it's a little bar cake, you dick.
But a bar? Like, is it a
Yeah,
rod? Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I
yeah.
gotcha.
They
I
didn't
got.
have that kind in a full cake. They didn't
I
have no. Christina said, "Get a full one." I got some chocolate cupcakes. All I could do. You know
yeah.
what? That's what happens when you send me, right? That's what I told you to get a full one. I'm telling you, they didn't have them. The other ones had they weren't strawberry. They had mixed fruits. No one told me to get mixed fruits, Miguel. I
Uh,
went there for one thing, and then I improvised. Said chocolate cupcakes.
he's not gonna know the difference. He's gonna see chocolate. And he's gonna rub off with his face.
No, you give that to the other kids.
Oh, okay,
My
gotcha.
kid can eat the whole strawberry cake if he wanted to. It's his
Yeah.
birthday.
Well, he's
Everyone
got.
else get a cup. Everyone else gets a cupcake and a scoop of ice cream.
Yeah, they get. Yeah, they get the water out of the water hose. Like, no, you get the water cooler, son. Oh man. All right.
No,
Well,
just
hopefully everything
playing.
goes, everything goes nice and smooth. So where you guys are gonna take them swimming? You guys have a pool or no?
No, my sister,
Oh,
and my brother both do, but we're going to my sister's tonight.
all right, right on.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, hopefully everything goes smoothly there. Is it just gonna be you guys, or are you guys gonna invite friends and some of his friends and stuff, or no?
No, 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 just family.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right. Well, so on that note, everybody, we're gonna cut the show a little bit short. It's not gonna be our usual 2 hour show, so we're gonna be a tad bit short, about an hour and a half roughly. So we're not gonna cut it back too short, but we do want to squeeze in as many topics as we possibly can here, of course. Um, let's go ahead and kick it off with our good friend Ryan Garcia, who is back in the news as always because he tends to be quite regularly. Apparently, this is gonna segue into the second story, but apparently, he has been removed from a video game. All right, the undisputed video game is going to be for PS5, I believe. Um, and if you guys have seen the cover, it's got Canelo on there, right? Apparently, the creators of the game kind of jumped through some hoops to get as many popular names on there. One of them being Ryan. Well, not anymore, at least. As I understand it, he has been removed from a certain aspect of the game. I think there's going to be parts where he's still going to be available, but not the whole thing. Let me read what I saw here. Um, it says, as part of the full launch update of Undisputed, that's the name of the boxing game, on October 8th, so a couple of days from now, and following the lead of World Boxing Council, or the WBC, Ryan Garcia's character will no longer be playable in local, online, and prize fight game modes, and players won't be able to create a new career or new career mode saves with the character. I don't know what career saves mode is. Anyway,
That
uh,
means Miguel. That
uh,
means they can't play with him. Like if they wanted to do a career mode and pick a
oh,
professional fighter,
uh,
they can't. But what you just said to me says he's out of the game. Character, local, online, he's out, and you can't even save him on career mode. They're even taking him out of that. So
yeah.
that it sounds to me like he's totally been dismissed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that leaves left, honestly. It just says existing career mode saves using Ryan Garcia's character will be removed from the game's December 2024 update. Wow. So not
Wow.
only will they be releasing it in October or this month, a couple of days, October 8th, but they'll be updating it in December as well and removing him, I guess, even more. So, yeah, I mean, I guess they're following the WBC's lead. Him and his PED/cheating/ whatever the fuck. I guess they don't want him on their game. Um, I don't know. It seems I don't know. Is it overreacting? Is it too much? It's like, all right, dude. Like I know what you do outside of the ring is something is your own business, but what you do inside of the ring, we want to be able to choose you in the game. Do you think there's going to be more backlash from fans to the him being removed, or more praise?
More people not caring. I think the ball keeps rolling in this sport.
Mm,
Ryan got his story got old real fast.
mm,
So I don't know how many are going to actually put up an argument for him. I think he was removed for more reasons than just what he did on the when he fought Devin Haney the night of the Haney fight. You got to
yeah.
remember the hotel incident. He's still
Oh yeah.
probably seeing has to see a judge on that. The multiple social media posts where he's
Oh
kind of yeah, tweets and posts. I mean, the racist remarks, that was a bad one, right? Where him and those guys on the podcast kind of went They just went too
Yeah.
far. They went too far. I think it's more of those things that got him canceled. Um, Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Diddy fucked it up for a lot of people, right? Because now it kind of seems like the evidence was always there that Diddy was bad, right?
Mm.
They got all these interviews now. They even got Diddy himself. What a weird character. Guy said he's in the interviews like, yeah, I party. They're gonna arrest me one day for my parties. Like, dude, and they did. Like, he's literally like 10 years ago on interview saying this shit. It's weird. He must have known what he was doing was wrong. He must
Hmm.
have known. Well, Ryan, this is what makes the Ryan Devin Haney thing weird because it's a newer case. We've never dealt with this before, but but we've seen it many times with these newer generation kids. They're telling on themselves, man. In social media, they're telling on themselves.
Hmm.
Don't
Can you
what
imagine
is the
us
old
having
saying?
social media back then?
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah.
Right? No, I'm just
Yeah.
saying the kids are telling on themselves. You don't be
Mm.
mad at me if I don't like the guy now. The
Hmm.
guy's a fucking punk. Oh, why you say? Well, look what he said. Look. Oh, I wanted to cheat. Oh, I wanted to do this. Oh, fuck my girl. Remember when he caught her cheating, put her
Mm.
on blast, like saying he's for God and all the other things that he does against it? Like he's douchey.
Mm.
Don't hate me. Hate his posts.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That. Good.
um, so yeah, I think he got removed for all the other reasons. Hell, if it was the boxing world, they'd probably have him on the cover of him knocking out Devin Haney. The way that fight seems to be going, you guys are a weird bunch, man. It's a weird situation. Look, I don't know. What do you think, Miguel? Before we jump? Yeah, I don't want to jump too early, but before we jump, what are your thoughts on his removal from this?
Well, I mean, it says that they're following the WBC's lead, right? So it was, I guess, the WBC part. They're more involved in boxing, of course. The WBC, for fuck's sake, been a fucking video game. I think it's a little bit too much. It is a little bit too much. Like, it's almost like a bit of a pettiness. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't think that that part of being a part of the video game should really be, part of it or involved in, whatever the WBC's decision is really. But um, I think it's a little too much. Let the guy, I can see their point of view. Like, no, no, bro, you're benefiting off of this. The last thing you're gonna do is benefit off of this on the fucking video game. I get their point of view, but that shouldn't be part of it. That should be fucking separate. If they the video game creators said that they jumped through some hoops to get this fucking the players or the fighters on the games. They really like had to go to each individual one. So I'm assuming at one point they went to Ryan and they came to some sort of agreement, right? So them removing him, does that not breach that agreement? Is it okay for them to remove it? Is it just like a job, saying like we get to let you go whenever the fuck we want to let you go, but you can't quit kind of thing? I don't know. But it just seems like it's a little petty. It's separate from what everything else is going on. I wouldn't have minded seeing him because it kind of leads into the second part of this segue story here because and I'm going to touch on it just briefly because I don't want to leave the subject yet, but the way it looks now with Haney and Garcia, where like Garcia looks like he's the man and Haney looks like he's a bitch. Wouldn't you want to have the guy who's looked at as the man on your video game? Like, wouldn't you want that? They're trying to play the moral high ground, I guess, and saying like, no, get out of here, Ryan. We don't want that shit. But I don't know what that does contractually because I thought they came to some sort of agreement with Ryan. I would have thought that would have been separate from what Ryan is doing in the boxing things. So it seems a bit petty, but I understand their point of view. They don't want that kind of shit. I mean, there are other players on their game. I mean, other fighters like, you know, uh, Fury, who was, coked out of his fucking mind at one point, right? And I know he didn't tweet the same things that Ryan tweeted, but Fury's on the game, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, they have Canelo who tested positive for stuff, even though it was unintentional, right? I mean, this again, I get this is a stretch. I realize that, but it just seems like a little hypocritical. I think they went a little too far there. They should have been different, I think.
I'm I'm sort of with you. I get your argument. I got to still lean on the side of it's the outside actions that got him pulled, and it's what's going on right now as a whole in the entertainment side of America that might have even put the pressure on more
Mm.
for them to react to guys that are acting this way. You you seen his girlfriend even tweet out about him having explosions before. That
Mm,
one video wasn't the first one, right? So
yeah.
it's stuff like that that I think got him in hot water. Look, to Ryan's credit, uh, he's been off social media
Mm,
recently, and believe me, I think that lawsuit has something to do with it. Um, I do think that his lawyers finally started seeing that the case that was probably being driven was by most of his own words, right? A lot of their evidence is going to be most likely what Ryan said in on podcasts, on tweets.
yeah.
Just keep bringing them up. All they and I hate to jump. Is it all right to jump?
Yeah, that's like it. Like, let's jump. Go ahead, by all
Go
means.
ahead. Go ahead then. Lead us into that one. Sorry about that, bro.
All right. No, no, no. We're good because that was the whole point of bringing that topic up first, is because we know now this the harsh backlash that Devin Haney is getting for this lawsuit on Ryan Garcia here. Everybody from Timothy Bradley to Bernard Hopkins, basically calling out Devin for this sort of thing. Is like, even Bernard Hopkins saying stuff like, yeah, back in my day and even before then, like, this is unheard of, like, this is some bitch shit, right? And Timothy Bradley saying, like, no, this is soft, this is super soft, like, and they seem to be deliberately leaving out the part where Ryan cheated. Like,
Right?
they're just looking at the fact that, like, dude, you got your ass beat and you're gonna sue him. Like, what the fuck you getting your facts from? There's more to it, asshole. Like, obviously there's a lot more to than just that, but they're really trying to make it seem like that's all there is to it. Like, he got his ass handed to him, he didn't like it, he got butt hurt, and he's gonna take it to court. Like, now, I don't know, excuse me, I don't know if he's gonna win, because at the end of the day, he accepted the fight. But it's kind of sad that the from actual fighters, guys who've been in the fucking ring, got their ass beat themselves and have beaten people's asses countless times, can't have Devin's back here, saying them being a fighter. We're fans. We matter to a certain degree. I get it, but we're just fucking fans, right? We don't know what it's like to get in there with a dude who's juiced up and will fucking punch a hole through our face. We see it on our end, and we see, oh, he got his ass handed to him. If the backlash comes from fans, okay, fine. Many fans are ignorant to shit, so okay, whatever, right? They all have their opinions, but fighters, if we were to ask Devin Haney, I'm sorry, not Devin Haney, Timothy Bradley or Bernard Hopkins, well, if you were in there with a guy who was, who came in deliberately heavy and, tested positive for a banned substance, you'd be okay with that shit, and you got your ass beat, maybe altered your career. You're okay with that? You'd be okay with other fighters calling you a bitch? Fuck out of here. So it seems stupid that they're going in that direction against Devin. Now, if they don't like the lawsuit part, okay, whatever. But when they start calling him soft, and this harsh backlash that they themselves are giving him, it seems like, like you said, now somehow it looks like Ryan is the man. He's the stand-up guy. He's the guy that's like, okay, take your ass whooping like a man, and Devin's the bitch. Like, oh, dude, it doesn't seem to stop.
You're 100% on right there, Miguel. I don't understand what's going on right now in the boxing world. Makes me sort of believe there's a lot more cheating going on than I guess we gave these guys credit for, because they
Hmm.
sure do seem to be standing on the side of the cheater. Like, hey, man, you signed up for that contract. What the fuck does that mean? It's so weird to hear a professional fighter, Timothy Bradley, main example of the rant he went on the other day. Where's the safety for the fighters? The guy comes in 3 pounds heavy. The guy comes in maybe juiced. He tested dirty. I don't care about what he had in his system at that point. Not only did he tell us he trained to be 3 pounds over, it's possible he trained with steroids to be 3 pounds over. What?
Hmm.
Look,
Yeah.
I wanted this. I knew this lawsuit was coming because of what Ryan was doing on social. Why not look at a lawsuit? The guy was basically saying he cheated all over the fucking
Hmm.
internet.
Deliberately cheated. Deliberately.
Deliberately. I planned it. Floyd told me to come in heavy, right? That shows that he has the intent to cheat. And now he tested dirty. Let's not even bring in the drug use that he said he was doing before the fight and the drinking of alcohol that he said he was doing before the fight. This is all his words, people. This ain't mine. I'm not making this shit up. Devin Haney's not making this up. We are seeing in these times, people are going to jail for what they say on the internet. Why not get sued? Why not get
People are
sued
being
for?
removed from their fucking office. People are being
Yes.
even going back 10 years, but it surfaces now and they get penalized for it.
I'm sure the Haneys didn't bring up this lawsuit without giving it to the lawyers, right? And saying, do we have a case? The lawyers look at the evidence and they say, hey, all they need is to get it to a jury, dude. That's all. The judge ain't making the call. It's going to be the jury.
Mm-hmm.
You got to convince the jury that this kid's a punk. And guess what? That ain't going to be hard. He's got videos of him
Just
breaking shit. Yeah. Oh, hey, how many minutes do you think they got of nonsense on Ryan Garcia right now? And just a reel of nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
Girls crying, furniture being broken, drunk rants, racist rants, cheating rants. What are you people like? What the fuck? And somehow Devin Haney's the bitch in this? Timothy, you used to be a stand-up guy. I don't get it. I don't get it. Bernard. I know he's your fighter, but what the fuck? Where do you draw the line on douchey? He fucking blew it. My guy blew it. We'll see you in court. I don't know what they got. How about that one? It seems like a soft case, but to all you young fighters, don't go on social media fucking saying you're a cheater. And maybe you won't end up in court. I'm telling you right now, people, this will happen again in this new day and age of sports and how close social media is attached to the sports athletes now. This will happen again if someone ever pulls off what Ryan did, basically cheats and admits it on camera numerous times. Believe me, the lawyers will be calling again. This ain't going anywhere. And I'm glad he's cheating. I don't know what's happening to my camera. Camera's all fucking off today. Shows the back. Shows my wife. Shows my wife's bras on the bed. I was like, titties on the bed. Damn it.
Hey, as long as they belong to your wife, I think everything's fine.
Oh yeah, with her, yeah, no doubt. Shit, that'd be the last. That'd be the last.
The sound is good. We can still hear on the sound, so we're good there.
That would be the last Mad Boxing Show.
Yes, exactly.
You'd be doing it with Chris.
I'll have Lee and you next to me on the cage. Like, all right, I'm back, guys.
You'd be doing it with Christina, bro. I'd be at work trying to make a fucking living.
Yeah, see, like, yeah, Miguel, you're late, Miguel. Like, I'm trying. I'm sorry. Jeez.
Yeah. So look, dude. The assault. Listen, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know why they put assault in there. I don't know, brief of contract, something with cheating, having to do with he cheated that made that contract bad, right? And because he cheated on the contract, he has now hurt the money of Devin Haney's future, which he absolutely did. We've seen that in his very next fight when no one gave a fuck.
Yep.
This has to go back to the lesson that needs to be learned here. And Robert Garcia, I believe, pulled the fighter out of last night against Omar Chavez overweight. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. Great move by Robert Garcia. Okay. Because, excuse me.
I got the little article up if you want me to read it real quick here.
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Not real quick, but it segues into this basically. Like, all right. So this is from a guy I follow, promoter 559 on Instagram. He says his fighter, right, the fight did not happen because his opponent, talking about Omar Chavez, was 10 pounds over. And while the WBC and commission, as well as boxing, Garcia's corner and myself recommended to him that is not safe at this point, he still considered fighting. In which this is talking about this promoter. I then reached out to our promoter and agents of a promoter multiple times to get an offer from his opponent's side for my fighter to consider. So they made the point. They're like, all right, the fighter still wants to fight. let's talk about how much money he's willing to take, right? So let's see here, and no offers at all came in. So not only did fucking Omar come in heavy, they wanted the fight to still go on, and they weren't willing to compensate in any other fucking way. So apparently, it says Olympic Mesmel, who's undefeated, a guy 10 pounds over with zero incentive to do so. So basically, the other corner, Chavez's corner, thought this dude was just going to accept it, with no incentive whatsoever, no offer, no sort of compensation whatsoever. So at the end, it got to the point where fucking, Chavez, Omar, is in the ring with the mic, trying to basically explain to the fucking fans while he's already, what I'm saying? It's like, look, granted, this is a far, far lesser fight, like on a lesser scale, like not high profile. I can't imagine something like this happening with something like Garcia and Devin. But that this
They
is
played.
like, what's that?
They played dress up with that man last night. They're like, hey, we're not gonna give this money back, so you need to go get dressed like you were gonna fight. You were here to fight. You go out there, you tell him you're sorry, right? Because if he just doesn't show up or comes in street clothes, you might see, people asking for give me my damn money back.
Yeah,
they knew damn well hours before that fight was off, bro.
Yep, exactly. So we seen it, it happens, and I don't think it would have gone to this point for Ryan. I highly doubt that Ryan would be in the ring saying like, yo, this motherfucker's a bitch, you don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it would have gone to that point. But if Devin would have taken a different, perspective or a different approach, I guess, we might not have seen that fight had taken place. But we see the power, and I
you have to pull out.
It happened. Yeah, unfortunately, and it has happened before in MMA as well. It does happen. If you stand your ground and say no, fuck it, it may not be the popular decision, but at the very least, your career is, still intact to some degree.
Look at what this decision has done to Devin Haney. I mean, come on. It's almost unrepairable. Almost. I say that knowing that Garcia made a freaking 160 in his career when we all called him a quitter. Now all of a sudden he's like, one of the hottest prospects going into the welterweight division next year, right? Or whenever he comes back.
Well, we don't know that yet, but I mean, he'll come back.
It's a major fight.
Rather than okay, yeah.
When he comes back, if he decided to fight anyone, it's Boots, Crawford. Who else is he? I don't think he wants to go junior middleweight. I think he stays at he's going to go welterweight.
Yeah. Stanionis, those guys.
Hey, look, we're seeing what and I hate jumping around, but you're getting me Barrios. You see Barrios on Netflix? You see Barrios on Netflix? He's doing a fight on Netflix. Yes, Mario Barrios is going to be on Netflix doing a fight. If that's big enough numbers, bro, and he gets a title defense, don't be surprised if Ryan Garcia is fighting Barrios in Arlington, Texas, on a pay-per-view for the WBC welterweight title. He will have to make amends with Jose Suleiman, but
Oh, he's going to be on the undercard of Tyson and Jake Paul.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
If he does good in that fight, don't be surprised that's Ryan's comeback fight in the sport. It's a WBC title. It's Barrios who works the PBC. We know Ryan's in love with the PBC. So don't be surprised. Either way, he's a big fight when he comes. The Devin Haney fallout that happened for them being brave and taking this 3-pound disadvantage wasn't worth it. The money wasn't worth it. The money De La Hoya. Look, aren't they even mad about De La Hoya getting most of the money from the right? You see Bill Haney put out a video about Oscar taking like $1 million of their penalty money. It's it wasn't worth it. You've got to know that your kid or your fighter is worth more than what they fought for that night because of backlashes. This is terrible what's happened to the Haneys. I mean, he's absolutely getting clowned everywhere he turns, from the way he dresses to fighters not respecting him. Did you see the video of Berlanga? It's Berlanga and someone else exchanging videos. And it does look like they're not giving two shits about what Devin Haney's saying. Now, it could all be coincidence, you guys, but that's that's life, right? Sometimes those shitty circumstances just happen where Berlanga might have went, what? Oh, bro, I was talking to him. What's up, homie? What's up? And like
Yeah.
2 seconds later, that
After he
interaction
stopped
might have
recording. Yeah.
happened,
Yeah.
and we don't get to see it because it was all on video, and then they hit stop, and that's it. That's all you get. Big problem with the internet and people that take too much of their information off of it. You're only getting the information that people want you to see. You understand? But they're killing Haney right now on the internet. So no, it wasn't worth it to be man, to be macho. You know, fuck that. My health is worth more. This dude's a bum. He should have called that man a bum. Nobody would have disagreed. He drank a beer on the scale.
Yeah. And even if it wasn't really a beer, like regardless,
Don't give a yeah.
it's the fact that he comes in heavy, right, and he's drinking whatever liquid that's gonna make him even heavier on the fucking scale. Like he doesn't give two shits about it. So regardless of whether it really was, the point is he was heavy. He knew he was gonna be heavy, and he threw it in our faces by saying, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck how heavy I am." Pretty much, whether it was beer or not. But yes, point taken. Yeah. But here's the thing, though. So Barrios is WBC champ. Let's say WBC still has this axe to grind with Ryan. Do you think they'd sanction that fight? Do you think they would be like, yeah, go ahead, WBC fight, sure, go ahead, even after they, the video game is following the WBC's lead of removing, Ryan? I'm not sure the WBC would be totally okay with sanctioning. I mean, Barrios will probably do it. He'll drop the fucking belt. He won't give two fucks. But I'm saying, I don't know.
No, it'll be for the belt. It'll be for the belt because it'll be big publicity for Suleiman in that ring, man. Everyone's gonna be watching that fight. That fight's gonna get a lot of views. No, he'll be all over it. Ryan just needs to make it good, right? Do some fundraising, do some volunteer work to whatever WBC funded event there is. I'm dead serious. Hug some babies, take some pictures,
community service, pick up some trash.
Hey, we're good. We're back. He's a money maker. It's Jose, right?
Jose what?
Suleiman.
Oh, no. Mauricio.
It's Mauricio?
Yeah.
Man, I always get him.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, it's Mauricio.
His dad was a good man. Mauricio. So yeah, it's whatever Mauricio wants. I think that's what happens. So he's gonna make some donations. He's gonna do some appearances for him. He'll get it smoothed out. Look, we know he has to do all of his anger management and all those classes. So he's probably gonna show those certificates to him. Hasn't really done anything wrong on the internet for a while. It's because of the lawsuit, people, but whatever. You guys want to keep playing dumb, keep hating on Haney. That's the only thing that makes this thing valid is the internet, is his social media feed, and how much stuff Bill Haney saved on everything. Because if they were smart, they were saving it before he was deleting it. And it's on a drive, and it's somewhere where the lawyers can just make a hell of a highlight reel to some juries. Like, this is the guy he was dealing with. These people might never even seen a fight. They might not even like boxers. Watch when they get a load of that boxer. They're gonna be like, I really don't like this guy.
Yeah. So let's go down that rabbit hole for a second. Let's say Ryan comes back next year, right? Which he should, we expect. And Barrios gets quite a nice exposure, in this fight. He's fighting Abel Ramos, which isn't a bad opponent by any stretch. 6 losses, but it isn't a bad opponent. He has had his up and downs, and I want to say he's coming off a win. But let's say he keeps his belt. Is that what we're looking at? Let's say, are we seeing Barrios, Ryan before Haney and Ryan rematch?
The way it's going right now, yes. Now listen, people, if they get that lawsuit taken care of, no, the rematch is probably back on the table because it's a huge money maker. Ryan's really going to be hurting for money at this point. So no, that would be back on. But we're going to see how this lawsuit ends. If it ends with a judge throwing it out because it's not valid, or is it going to end with the payout where it never reaches the court, but Ryan knows his lawyers are like, dude, it's not good. You don't want the jury just to go off character. If they're fucking doing their decision off character, your character wasn't good in this fight, right?
Yeah.
We got to change that up. We got to bring you back with a new look. Don't go to court. Then he's gonna do he'll strike a plea deal with them, right? He'll do something and get out of it that way. If they strike a plea deal, hell yeah, the rematch is on. Definitely. If he goes all the way to court and Ryan loses in a guilty verdict and is awarded millions to the Devin Haney family or Devin Haney himself, they're probably never fighting again. Seriously, you might see Ryan just he'll be, dude. So he took his O away, took his career away, got him off the game, which I know is some of his actions, but the Haneys are gonna twist it up that it was what he did in that fight, right? They're gonna put their little name stamp on that. They'll have a lot of victory if they get this lawsuit in their favor. And look, people, I'm not a lawyer, but I've seen what this new age criminals have been getting themselves into. Ryan, it wasn't criminal, but he did a breach of contract, and he sounded like he did it on purpose numerous times. Even the video of him looking at that stupid bottle that they thought had it and going, "Oh, thank you, I knew you had it, and you gave me the pass." All that shit is so dumb, bro. Watch it fucking bite you in the ass. What a lesson to be learned
Oh
to
yeah,
everyone
yeah,
else.
dude. Just him. As soon as the fight was over, and he jumps on the ropes, and he does this like, "Oh, y'all thought I was crazy" thing, right? It's like, dude, you're burying the hole even fucking further. I mean,
Yeah.
if he gets away with it, he gets away with it. But dude, if he doesn't, that's gonna bite him in the ass so hard. I was gonna ask you this. Um, Part of the Ryan comeback is what we said a few moments ago. Kiss some babies, pick up some trash, right? Do you think he has it in him to do that? Like, do you think he can turn it around like that? Because it seems like every time the damn camera's on him, he tries to be the bad boy and tries to be the douche, and he does it. I'm not sure if he has it in him. I don't think it's in inside of him for him to be on camera kissing babies and doing that shit. Like, I think something's gonna end up happening where it's gonna fuck him up even further. I'm not sure if they'll like. He might as well just call it a fucking career at this point because I don't know if he can turn that character portrayal around.
He's done good on the TikToks and the reels, right? He hasn't made no stupid ones. I know he's done a few knocks with the Diddy arrest at Devin Haney, right? I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know even how that will look for him in the courts. But besides that, no real obnoxious videos have been out there. So let's hope that he's grown up just a little. Um, it seems to be moving in that direction, but we'll see once he's off the suspension and back into the limelight, right? Because right now,
Yeah.
I think the cameras are really off of him. The commercial world probably don't want to touch him right now, right? Until he gets all of his legal battles taken care of, and uh, and his personal life, right? Because he still hasn't really shown anyone that um, he's done any work on his personal life either. Remember, I think he promised in tweets that he was going to rehab, that he
Yeah.
was yeah, and he hasn't done it yet. So
Mm. Oh man. So look, you guys heard it here first, right? And if this is the prediction we're gonna go. If that, if everything goes well with the lawsuit, we might have seen the end of fucking Ryan. If it goes better for him, we might see Ryan and Mario Barrios next year, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. We're gonna predict it here first. Okay, moving on to other weight classes, a couple of weight classes above. This back and forth interaction online between one Terrence Crawford and Teofimo Lopez. I'm going to read this quote here. They went back and forth. There's so much back and forth. I'm not going to go over all of that. But they were talking mad shit about one another, right? Teofimo talking about his resume over Crawford. Crawford talking about, yeah, you're really stuck with Top Rank. You'll find out how Top Rank is, kind of thing. And to some degree, he's right because we've talked about how often we talk about Teofimo often to the point where he's like not getting the fights that we thought he should be getting. He should be a lot bigger than he is at the moment. Teofimo, I'm talking about. So I'm going to read this funny quote here from Terrence. He says, if you ever thought Teo had a better resume than me, then your mama eats dog shit, okay? And you need
damn
to stay
it.
away from boxing. You need to stay away from boxing because you don't know shit about boxing. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this under a microscope here. Um, whose resume is better? in this case. And I guess it sort of depends on what criteria we're talking about. But we're talking about, Crawford being undisputed in a couple of different weight classes, right? Teofimo being the lineal champion, not unifying the belts at 140. But regardless, he beat the man who is the man.
Right.
And he beat, Lomachenko. I don't know. I mean, should this be an easy question? I don't know. Who do you think has a better resume between Crawford and Teofimo? Who's done more, I guess.
I definitely side with Terrence Crawford
Mm,
because not only does he have the belts, the
mm,
divisions, it's the way he beat these champions, right? Teofimo Lopez's fight with Lomachenko is a very controversial
mm,
fight.
mhm,
I believe that the rounds they gave Teofimo, there wasn't a lot of action, and the rounds that they gave Lomachenko was the only rounds that they were actually fighting in.
mm,
It's just a weird way I scored that fight, but it seemed like Teofimo was winning more off of the lack of offense from Lomachenko when he did win his round. So it was a very close fight. It where Terrence he never had a close fight. In my off top of my head, I don't remember anyone keeping this. Oh yeah, Terrence, you're undefeated, but that one time, right? There
yeah.
is none of that with Terrence. I
Mm,
think he has a knockout streak that's incredible too, right? The welterweight division, I think he's knocked everyone out. So no, to me, it's definitely Terrence Crawford. We all know that Manny Pacquiao stalled the career of Terrence Crawford. Mikey Garcia stalled the career of Terrence Crawford. The PBC fucking stable stalled the career of Terrence Crawford. So no, his resume of just people being scared of him is better than most guys in the top 10, right? I mean, we're
mm,
talking about guys that left a promotional company because of Terrence Crawford.
yeah.
One of them being Manny.
Yeah. No, I
So
hear you, man. So, uh, let's say, in the future we get Teofimo and Crawford. I don't think so at this point because Crawford is already, at 154. I highly doubt he'll come back. 154 seems a little bit too much for Teofimo. So, how does the word, has that boat sailed already? Like, have we totally missed out on that one? Even though they're talking mad shit, do you think the shit talk between them can potentially get them to meet in the middle, or has that fight sailed off? Like, we're not getting that one.
is Crawford signed at 154 for another fight yet?
Possibly, because right now there is a sweepstakes going on to get at Fundora, because supposedly it was supposed to be Spence that was going to get the next shot at Fundora. The WBO, who is one of the belts that Fundora holds, is saying that Terrence is the mandatory. So as of right now, it looks like that's winning. It seems as though we might get Terrence and Fundora next. That's what it looks like, at least according to what the WBO is saying. So it's not signed. By no stretch is it signed, but looks like that's the direction they're going.
If it look, yeah, I mean, it's hard to say because Lopez doesn't bring a lot of money to the table. You know,
Mm.
Terrence, when he slapped Lopez the other night or whatever he did, put a finger in his face, whatever happened in that video, because it was a weak slap if that's what it was. I know they are trying to say it was a slap. I didn't really see it. Can you see my video?
The video you sent me?
No, my am I up
Oh,
on screen right
no,
now?
no, no, no. It's just your initials on the screen right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened. It says it's on, but the camera
Yeah.
never came back. Weird.
I don't know.
But
Yeah,
anyways,
we can hear you.
so Terrence probably did that um just off of ego, right? Like, shut up, little man. Fucking he'll say Terrence is that type of guy, in my opinion, right? He seems like the type of guy who'll slap you
Yeah.
just for
He has
being
that little bit of
disrespectful.
a mean streak in him. Yeah.
Exactly. Just don't be disrespecting me in public, right? Kind of attitude. So that's what I think happened there. I don't really know if it was a setup for a fight because Lopez did himself no justice the other day going on that podcast and saying he's never made more than $1 million. I mean, come on, tell
Ugh.
hey, why don't you tell me how good your market is, bro? You know, 3-time division lineal champ. Why don't you go ahead and tell us what you're worth to Top Rank? Where he thinks that's getting him. I mean, what, another fight from another promotional company at 1.5 million?
I think he's playing the victim card a little bit. He's like trying to be like, look, y'all, this is how bad Top Rank is keeping me down. not really realizing that it's probably the other way around. It's like, dude, you're not fucking worth much. Sorry,
Yeah,
that's the way the majority is looking at it.
especially when you're calling African Americans monkeys,
Mm.
you know, or gorillas. What did
Yeah.
he say? Which
Poor
he said
choice
a
of words.
gorilla.
No, I think no, I think he did say monkey. He's like, let's see, whichever monkey wants the banana or something like that, right? Something
Yeah,
along the lines.
and then followed up with doesn't Tank call himself a gorilla? I think he tries to follow it up with that, but just dumbass choice of words there from when you're a fucking nobody. You are obviously a nobody because you don't even make over $1 million and you've been a champion for hella long. You've done some remarkable things. And the reason why you don't make money is beyond me. But it is what it is. You don't make a lot of money. That's not going to get you money, dude. Seriously, that's going to get people wanting to avoid you. They're not even going to want to know your name. So, and I'm talking about the commercial world. So yeah, I don't know if that fight. It looks like Terrence is probably going to be leaving the welterweight division. I don't think there's a fight there for him that makes money. So this is going to be about uh, Boots stepping up, Haney stepping up. Is Boots still at welterweight, or did he go to 154?
I believe he's still at welterweight. I could be wrong, but I want to say his last fight was his title defense at
Still
the
at
IBF.
welter. All
Yeah,
right.
but that's the rumor. That's what he's been. That's what's been said. He might try to chase, for
Well, if
lack of a
he's
better word.
smart,
Yeah.
he stays there because Ryan's coming. We all know it. That's the end game.
Right.
Yeah.
Devin, Teo, all
Yeah.
those guys who have more name recognition. Not to say that Teo is a superstar, but definitely know him a lot more than we do Boots. So it would be, I mean, it would be in his benefit, in his best interest to stay at when, and he has a belt there, so it's not like he's not going to have some sort of leverage. You know what I'm saying? It's like people are going to want to move up. Yeah, they might go after the other, I guess sitting duck type of champions, like the guys like Barrios. No shame on Barrios, but we know that that's the first person, first champion that most guys are going to go after. So it would be in Boots' best interest to stay at 147 and hang on to that belt because he'll have a little bit of leverage. It's like, oh, you're coming into my weight class, you want my belt? It's right here, pay up, and I'm down to fight. So I wanted to touch on that real quick as far as Teofimo. From his perspective, I guess the things that he's been saying, online and on interviews, they're not going to help him make more money. I think we've kind of already established that he's basically damaging himself. Could it cause him to make less money? Because I guess in his perspective, he's like, well, if I'm not making money anyway, what good is it going to do me to try to still be polite on these fucking podcasts and whatnot? At that point, it seems like he's just kind of giving up. Could that be it? Could that be Teofimo's point of view, saying, well, I'm not making any money anyway, so what the fuck am I losing by being out here and saying these things?
If the industry finds out that ESPN canceled his ass, he's not getting a raise somewhere else. He's actually going to get offered lower money because he has no options, right?
Mm-hmm.
He might get a better deal. Maybe they'll give him a deal like, hey, you bring in good numbers, pay-per-view numbers. If you fight one of our pay-per-view guys, we'll give you more money. But the guaranteed money is going to come under what a Top Rank is paying him if you get your ass canceled by saying stupid ass things. And he definitely dropped one of those statements that can get you canceled from ESPN quick.
Very true.
Now you're not even making $1 million. How stupid is that, right?
Yeah, shooting himself in the foot pretty bad there.
Pretty bad, man. $1 million a fight. And I don't know, the opponents haven't been pound for pound worthy opponents, right? In his last 2 or 3 fights.
Definitely not. No.
Making $1 million, bro, and you're gonna go ahead and do that to your career. So not the smartest move by him. I was really turned off when I seen that clip of him. Then I felt bad when he said that he's only made $1 million. But that's not a smart move to go out there and put that out there either. Because they're going to use that against him when on the next negotiations for whoever he's fighting for or fighting with. You know what I'm saying? Against, excuse me. Because even the other, you're not the beast. You're never going to be the A side when you put out shit like that, right? Think Tank can go to his division now and say, I'm the A side fighter. I make way more than $1 million. Fuck you, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't done shit. Hasn't done shit up to this point. Can go right into his division and claim he's the A side, and everyone will be like, "Yup, he is. That's the man." So just stupid. Shouldn't have put that out there. Shouldn't put that out there. So we will see. I like the welterweight division's future though. Still got some young guns coming. That Boots is gonna prove himself here shortly. He's got a lot of characters coming up in his division, and even Barrios. I mean, Barrios could be a just one of those things in boxing, right? No one's seen him coming. All of a sudden, his
Hmm.
career takes shape late, but it takes shape.
Sure.
So he's got his moment coming. I was really so the Netflix thing. Oh yeah, it's still free streaming. The
Yeah,
Netflix fight is free.
as I understand it, yes.
Okay. Oh, I hope that thing does good. That's our Hail Mary. I'll
Yeah,
end it with that.
Jake Paul. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! Just
Mm.
the event, Miguel. If we do Super Bowl numbers, they're doing another one, and if that one does good numbers, they're gonna do another, and then it just hopefully it just keeps going. Snowball keeps getting bigger.
Yeah, this is what I'm reading. I just pulled it up real quick. Upcoming fight between YouTuber turned professional boxer Jake Paul, former undisputed heavyweight champion. The bout is scheduled for November 15th, so we're a little over a month away at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The event will be streamed globally on Netflix. So, nothing about pay-per-view or anything like that. It looks like it's going to be for free on Netflix. So, a lot of exposure. At least, I get it. A lot of the guys on the undercard just want to be on that card for the sake of the exposure. But we'll see. We'll see how that does. I don't know. It seems like a little bit much to call it the Hail Mary, but I mean it kind of is to some degree. But I don't know if I'd call it that.
Exactly. Isn't it a special play?
It is. It is.
Hey, come on
Bring it
now.
especially. Yeah.
You gotta go. Jake Paul can save boxing, dude. If he gets him and Mike Tyson get 40 million homes to watch that thing for free, I guarantee you, Netflix gonna be interested in doing another one. Guarantee that 25 million homes.
Okay, but what if it tanks?
Oh,
Like
then we're
I'm not saying
fucked.
no, I'm not saying in regards to views. Let's say it gets a fuck ton of views, but what if the fight stinks up the house? Like, do you think that?
They would still be interested because Jake Paul, as long as Jake Paul wins, right? As long as he wins, he can move on to the next guy. And if that next guy is got a decent name, the Netflix thing works because it's free boxing. That's how I gotta see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, let me hop over to the other opponent that we're talking about here. We were talking about Teofimo for a bit. Let me talk about Crawford here real quick. I sent you this over the
Is
Instagram.
my video frozen?
It is, yeah.
I am one of the ugliest dudes, eh? All of my free shots are so ugly. I'm getting off. I don't know what's wrong with my camera.
Just
We're
I think when
done
you
for
put
the
your
day.
background, when it was working fine when you didn't have the background. For some reason, when your background turns on, it freezes.
Gets all
But
funny.
yeah,
Yeah.
just the bra off the bedpost, and then I think it'll be fine. I think if you want to do just a regular one, if you want to get back on video. But in regards to Terrence Crawford, we know that he's looking for the biggest fights possible, and I'm talking about biggest money fight, which is why he's chasing Canelo. He wants that big cash out payday because he's kind of wasted a lot of time, where he's at. He's already getting to the age where he's thinking about throwing in the towel at some point in his career, and he needs to cash out. So this recent revelation that I saw online, Terrence Crawford has confirmed he had at one time spoken to Conor McGregor directly and rejected a potential crossover MMA fight. They offered me this is quote what he's saying. They offered me a fight, and me and Connor got on the phone. I just told him, man, I'm not getting fucking no octagon, so you can't be kicking me or elbowing me and shit, right? He laughed, right? Connor laughed and says, man, I respect that, but we make a shit ton of money. And he's like, sometimes it ain't about the money. I can make money in boxing, but I don't want no dudes kicking me. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. But it's gonna be a fuck ton of money, and you can't get that fight with Canelo now we know you're not going to get that fight with Canelo. That's what it seems, at least. It seems not worth going up there. You're good if you move up with to fight Canelo. You're going to get your ass beat. Granted, you'll have a better shot because it's pure boxing. But you enter the octagon, there's a pretty good chance you might get your ass beat too. But you're going to get paid too. So beat. I guess fight the one that you most have the best chance in Canelo. I see that, but why not just do it? Why not just get in the octagon knowing that you might have a chance of winning? You may very well have a chance of winning. Why not, knowing the amount of money that can bring in, and knowing that you might not get that fight with Canelo. You have a kind of a for sure thing over here. Why didn't he do it, Andrew?
Who's backing it? Because I'm not going off of Conor McGregor just his phone call saying we can make a shit ton of money. The MMA has proven that you cannot make a shit ton of money. Okay? Now if the UFC is backing this and saying we guarantee you a purse of 50 million, then I think the boxer is more interested in it than let's do a fight and I think that's what Nate Diaz and the other guy just did the other day. And how did that turn out for them? The two guys that went on pay-per-view, Nate Diaz and
Oh,
Mazadov.
Masvidal. Yeah, Masvidal. Yeah.
Mazadov. Um, they only wanted 10 million, and they're in a lawsuit right now. So I don't know who made that phone call for Conor McGregor. Was that McGregor drunk on his whiskey, thinking about the pay-per-view sales of Floyd Mayweather 5-6 years ago, thinking he's still that hot fighter? Because he's not. The UFC is barely working with the guy. The last interview I seen McGregor, he was unknown on his fight status with Dana. So if another thing is the weight. What would McGregor's weight be for this MMA fight? What does he fight in the MMA?
It's roughly the same. He fights. Well, okay. So let me back up a little bit. When he first started in the UFC, he cut a lot of weight, and he was weighing in at 145, but he
Okay.
would look dead as fuck. He eventually moved up, and I'm sure you may or may not be aware of this, but in MMA, specifically in the UFC, there's far fewer weight classes.
Of
And that
course.
means there's bigger gaps in between weight divisions. So usually it's around the 10-pound mark, at least in the lighter weight classes. So he moved up to what is considered lightweight in MMA, 155. He won a belt there. He became double champ, yada yada. Never defended it, of course. When he had his fights with Nate Diaz, I believe they were at 170 pounds. So I'm not sure what weight he was when he fought Floyd or anybody else for that matter. But after that, but I think his best weight is still 155 pounds. He bulked up quite a bit for this movie Roadhouse with Jake Gyllenhaal. So he looked swole as shit. So I don't know if it's possible for him to come back down. But as far as the last time he was relevant in the MMA world, he was around that 155 slash 170 weight class. I think he can still make it, but considering, uh, Crawford is at 154, that's pretty damn close. So I have to assume they might meet in the middle and say middleweight,
I
160,
wouldn't meet at the
possibly.
middle. I wouldn't meet at the middle.
No,
No.
you would force him to
Crawford's
come down.
already, yeah, he's already giving up so much, right? I wouldn't meet him in the middle. You're playing in his backyard. The least the guy can do is fight him at his weight division. If he can make it. Now, dude, if he only fights at 170, that means he's fighting at 180. Now he's just too big. Now he's just too big, and you're talking about him kicking a smaller man, and it's. I could see Terrence avoiding it, especially if the money ain't right. Once again, I gotta tell you, you didn't hear him talk about a guaranteed purse. Now, if he
No, no.
said I fucking guaranteed him $100 million for the fight, then I'm looking at Terrence differently. But if this fight is about, hey man, we could make a lot of money, brother. No, call me later, dude. Call me later. I
Yeah,
got this guy over here in Saudi Arabia. He's writing checks, dude, not fucking IOUs. You understand? There's a big difference. So that's where I'm gonna stay with that. I am a little bit annoyed. I know Terrence is a fighter, right? I get it. But his respect of the MMA sometimes, like, he goes a little too far with, like, he doesn't believe in his hands, right? Because I've heard him before. Oh, I'll never do MMA. Them wrestlers, man, they'll just take me to the ground and beat me up. And it's like, all right, but they still got to take you to the ground, bro. You got no respect
sure,
for your hand game? I've seen many people knocked out in the UFC. Many motherfucking people knocked
sure,
out, Terrence. Can we not act like there's no hope? Like, oh, no way. You'll just kick me and I'm down. Like, that's a little annoying, but hey, Terrence, he's doing his own thing. He can do whatever he wants. He wants to fight in there, he can fight in there. I just have a little bit more faith in yourself. How about that? Because you're a wrestler too. I mean, what the
sure.
fuck? We all know about Terrence's background. Can you not act like you're gonna go in this octagon and just do fucking boxing? You can't do a defensive move and then beat the fuck out of some guy like the other dudes do. Ooh, and that fight this weekend, how sad. And the face of that
That
opponent,
dude got
Miguel.
blasted. Yeah. And you know what? I used to work with like his sister-in-law. I used to work with his sister-in-law. He's a cool dude. You know, I've run into him a few times myself. I never had a more than like a 10-second conversation with the guy, but he's such a humble dude. Dude, his face got fucking mauled. It was
Fucking
doing. It wasn't like he wasn't doing, considering that Pereira has mopped the floor with two previous opponents.
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I go in that. I would like. Said this, but he's a you know the boxing world. Someone doesn't come across very humble. He comes across like, yes, right, motherfucker, I'm a man. This weight class. You know, why not do that over here? Why not do that over here? Why be so humble when it comes to? I wish he wouldn't have said anything because now that just makes him look bad. Now, granted, we looked at it, deeper. We went underneath it and we're like, well, hold on. Are we talking about guaranteed money? How much money? We don't know all these details. So what the hell was this conversation was about? Was it a drunken Connor saying, hey, dude, like, hey, are you up? Kind of thing. Like calling him
Are you up?
drunk Haney.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like one of those kind of things, like a you up text. What the
He
fuck?
booty called him.
Yeah, he booty called Terrence Crawford, right? And said, "Hey, we can make a lot of money." When he's like half drunk, fucking falling over. Maybe that was the call. But if that was the case, I would have liked for Crawford to not say shit about it, like, because it just makes him look worse. It just makes him look worse in the public eye. Like they offered you money, you took it down, you dumb fuck. That's what came to mind. But anyway, moving on to our good friend Oscar De La Hoya and his clapback as he does to Eddie, talking mad shit about Eddie's fighters, about all his fighters that he's lost left and right, talking about how bad. Every time he mentions somebody, right, he throws a quick little screenshot of Eddie Hearn, like in his position, like I said, right. It was funny. I'm not gonna say it's not funny. This dude puts on some funny stuff, but um, I don't know. And then to Eddie's credit, he clapped back at him saying like, bro, your fucking timeline is off. You don't even know who the fuck, you put a lot of time and money into this fucking video. I wish you would put that kind of time and money into your actual promoters and your fighters. I mean, your promotion and your fighters, clapping back at Oscar and talking about how he even went as far as say that it got him horny, saying like, "Oh, that guy's saying my name." Was when people watch his shit. He, however many people watch his videos, and he's saying my name and my promotion. Like, all right, go ahead, keep calling me out. Keep giving me more publicity. I'm not sure if it's good publicity for Eddie Hearn that way, but regardless, did you see those videos? What did you think about those like clapbacks of Oscars?
Yeah, I seen him. Oscar wasn't lying. Eddie Hearn had a terrible year. He's had a
Mm,
terrible run with the zone. So nothing Oscar was saying was lying. Unfortunately, Eddie's made a shit ton of money during all these terrible decisions, though. So at the end of the day, he can still laugh about that. Where Oscar has really been scratching here for the
mm,
last, give it one fight. I know that one fight did great, but everything else after that really seems B side. He's the B
mm.
side. Victor Virgil Ortiz has been the B side for a while. Munguia has been a B side fighter. Ramirez has been a B side. These are all of his main events. Yet when you watch them, they just don't feel like a main event. You get what I'm saying? It's either the
Yeah.
opponent doesn't live up to doesn't give it a good fight. It's not a champion. It's not a unification. It's not HBO after dark. It gives you none of these feels. So Oscar needs to work. He does need to work a little bit more on his own promotional company than going after Canelo and Eddie Hearn on social media. But what he said about Eddie in this particular video was not a lie. Eddie's had a terrible run. I do think the threat from Ali Sheik was a real one when he
Yeesh.
told him goodbye if Daniel Dubois was to beat Anthony Joshua. And not only did Dubois beat Joshua, he knocked his ass out
Yeah. He
cold
made him look
out.
silly, dude. Face down,
Yes.
ass up.
Yep. Yep.
Uh,
So I just don't know where Eddie is as far as a promoter. Look, I tell you guys, sometimes they're too soft, man. They're not getting these guys hungry enough to want to win. You're paying them too much. You're not fucking threatening them enough. I know it sucks. It sounds terrible to talk that way, but we're in a
but
fight
it's a
game.
necessary. It's a necessary,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
we're in a fight game. You
Mm.
know, maybe Anthony Joshua didn't deserve the $365 million purse right after one fight. You know, one great fight. He's like, yeah, let's give the whole world to him. So it's just it's things like that. We will see where Oscar his future lies. I don't know where Eddie Hearns lies in the American boxing world because Ali Sheik looks like he's taking it over, and I don't
Mm.
see Eddie having a long career there unless he's a yes man. If you're just gonna be his little answer boy, his little messenger boy for all the UK guys that he deals with, well, so be it. Then you'll have a regular salary and you'll be under the Ali Sheik banner. You know what I mean? Basically an employee, but you're not. A lot of these guys, they're promotional company. I don't know how much promoting they're actually going to be doing once this guy's sports franchise started. Whatever I forget the name that they're calling this sports thing that he's running over there. It's some entertainment group they've
Yeah,
got.
some board of entertainment, something or other.
Exactly,
Mm.
exactly. Once that ball starts rolling, I don't know why he's going to need all these yes men.
Mm. Looking bad there, Eddie. Sorry, man. We had to throw you under the bus there because everything that Oscar was saying was true. Whether you want to clap back at him as his timelines being off or whatever, so be it. But it wasn't like he was lying.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Well, before we, we're coming to the end because I know you got to get out of here, Andrew. So let's go ahead and talk about some fights that happened this last weekend because we want to end the show on our preview slash
Oh
prediction
yes, yes.
of a Beterbiev and Bivol. But some fights happened this weekend. If you guys are like, I think it was last weekend. I'm losing. I lost my track of like time because I was, out in fucking Alaska. You kind of just like go do stuff. Anyway, um, we had women's boxing. Michaela Mayer win the I think it was the WBO, if I'm not mistaken, welterweight championship. I don't know if you happen to catch that, but she beat Sandy Ryan, English fighter. Um, it was a pretty decent fight. It was pretty entertaining. I don't know if you happen to catch that, but apparently Michaela got herself a belt at welterweight now. I think she skipped 140 altogether. I don't remember if she ever fought at 140, but she was at 130 for a while when she lost to Baumgardner, and then she moved up to 135 at some point, and now she's at 147 and she got herself a belt. It was a close fight, but she got it. I wouldn't say that she lost that one. But did you catch that one or not?
No, actually, I think I started watching and I fell asleep.
Ah,
Yeah, and it's just one of
I,
those you don't go back to. When you women's fights and decisions, I know they said it was fight of the year, but man, there's a lot of punches and not a lot of power. So
correct.
it's like a lot of women fights are fight of the year. Seriously, it's like you ever seen two cats and they're just throwing down, but nothing's really happening, bro? But they're
Yeah.
they're fucking pop 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 pop. They're Hey, I think that's where they get that from. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ladies. I know you'll beat my ass.
It's okay. We all agree. I mean, according to what ESPN says, it's the most watched female headline boxing
Oh
card.
yeah, I like
Yeah,
that.
according
Yeah.
according to them. So maybe a lot of people tuned into that one, and maybe Michaela Mayer is much more popular than we thought. But
Yes. Yeah.
hey, you know what? We got ourselves another American champion, and it's in the female ranks. Cool. I'm
There
down
you
with
go.
that. But I did only watch it once. I didn't watch it a second time. Anyway.
Yeah. Definitely got to catch it live. You're right, bro.
Yeah, exactly. But also in the men's middleweight division, I can never pronounce his last name. We're just going to refer to him as Johnny Beck. Defended his IBF middleweight championship by defeating one Mikhailovich. See if I can pronounce his
Mikhailovich.
damn name.
Yeah, that's it.
Andre Mikhailovich. And first off, Johnny Beck has two belts, the WBO and the IBF. If I'm not mistaken, at one time, if I recall correctly, Jaime Munguia was actually his mandatory. He elected not to go that direction and ended up moving up to 168. We can understand why Munguia, so no problem at all. But for some reason, the WBO's weird shit. They didn't sanction this fight, so the only belt that was up for grabs was the IBF belt, which he successfully defended. He had Andre fucking flopping all over the ring very, very early on. Damn, that fucking left of his has got some pop. I tend to describe Johnny Beck almost like a newer, Triple G. Maybe not as much in the power. Not to say he doesn't have power, but maybe just slightly less power, but more boxing and a southpaw. That's how I kind of describe Johnny Beck. He had Andre hurt early in the fight. I don't know, for whatever reason, he just kind of let him off the hook. It seemed as though the round came to an end, and he just seemed okay with just letting it continue. He got hit, not a lot, of course. It wasn't as powerful. It looked like he was never really hurt, and it looked like Mikhailovich wasn't ever able to actually ever hurt him. Ultimately, he was able to finish. Johnny Beck was able to finish his opponent in the ninth, I believe, towards the end of the ninth round. It seemed to get a little hard for him. Like, it wasn't like Johnny Beck was, I mean, he was dominating, but between that early barrage and the end, it was like, is he gonna finish this guy or not? Like, I'm thinking this guy is somebody that he should be finishing, according to what I'm seeing, especially early on. The fact that he hurt Mikhailovich so much early, and I'm thinking, how the hell are we in the, now in the seventh, eighth round, and Mikhailovich is still here? Testament to him, of course, of his chin and his heart. Ultimately, that had to succumb to the power, and Johnny Beck ended up taking him out at the end of the ninth round. Pretty entertaining fight. I watched it a few times, actually. I loved it, and he's the boogeyman right now, at 160. A lot of other fighters, a lot of other champions probably it would be in their best interest to avoid him, like Lara, like Adamez. But what did you see? I mean, I know you watched this one. What did you think about that one?
Give the kid credit. He's undefeated. How do you say his name? Malkovich?
Malkovich, yeah. He was undefeated, at least, yeah.
He was undefeated. He showed it.
Mikhailovich,
excuse me. He showed it. He didn't want to lose that fight, right?
Sure.
Corner was a bunch of rah-rah guys. You could tell this is a pretty tough gym they come from, right? Everyone has their tattoos, bald-headed, tattooed all the way up, head to toe. So you know what kind of gym work they're doing in there, probably 100%. So he comes from a hard gym. He showed his toughness. Skill? Well, that's what happens when you got rah-rah guys in your corner, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, literally, bro, they turned from round one, they gave him some instructions. Round two, they gave him some. Round three, they're like, come on, bro, you got this. This is your moment. No time in life will you ever have this again. Like, what the fuck? We're 9 minutes into the fight. We're already to no time in your life will you ever have this moment. Come on, get up off the thing. It got real. In round five, the head trainer just takes a back seat. He doesn't even have instructions. He just sits down and he's like looking at his fighter, and the assistant trainer's like, come on, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. I'm like, what happened to the head trainer? He's out, he checked out, or what? Or maybe they had an agreement before the end of the round, hey, let me talk to him. Where the assistant said let me talk to him, but just not a good look how the head trainer like went in there, gave him water, and then just like sits back and he's like, I don't know, this guy's fucking good. Johnny Beck, listen, he's a good fighter. He's got a bright future. I don't know if I seen a lot of special things coming off of him. That left hand sneaky, that counter punch is very sneaky. Reminds me of Zab Judah. I don't know, but Judah's was a lot quicker, but it has the same damage, right? Johnny Beck gets his damage through power. Zab got it through speed. You never seen that shit coming. But they both have the same counter left uppercut. It's a thing of beauty. So definitely want to see the young man again. Look, it wasn't a good enough opponent for me to sit here and go, oh yeah, this guy, let's see him, fight all the big heads in the next few fights here. That's what happens when you fight a nobody. You know what I'm saying? And then the fight did go on longer than I thought it should have. Mm-hmm. But he beats the hell out of him. He's kind of just walking him down. Dude, it was sort of like a sparring match of a veteran, experienced boxer versus a tough kid newcomer. And the boxer just knew how to work him inside the ring, right? He knew how to, he was just playing with them. Sorry, guys. So I can't sit here and go, he's going to play with, the Lara if he was to fight Lara, or Terrence Crawford if he was to fight Crawford. I can't say that. I seen him get hit too. I seen the crowd react every once in a while when this dude lit him up as well. So wasn't a lot of them, but he still got in. So when you pick up, I mean, you talk about his um, skill level compared to the champions, it's way off. So
Mm.
no way to grade. I was entertained. I like the counter left hand. I like his the way he walked him down, did what he was supposed to. He got the knockout. He got the finish. I like his little four punch combination. He throws a lot of four punch combinations. You don't really see that too much, where he's just kind of like blinding you with the speed and then lands a hard one at the end or whatever. Soften him up. I like that. I like that combination that he was throwing there. But unknown on the future still. Still question mark.
So but you don't think he beats any of the other champions, or you don't think he beats like a Lara or something like that? At least not based off what you saw.
Not based off this opponent, not yet. Am I willing? Because I've seen guys with this kind of style get outboxed before, right?
Mm.
So because he had definitely was a walk down style, and Lara's a mover. So maybe you trap him, but maybe you don't. I don't know. So it's just it's time. They can definitely move him up. You know what I mean?
Mm.
The middleweights is there to be taken, and you want to get Lara now while he's still hot.
Yeah.
Don't let Lara lose to one of these blow Joes that they've been putting them in. A little bit of contenders, but they're not the cream of the crop, right?
Mm.
They're like WBA contenders basically.
Yeah.
Let's get in there and get one of these solid victories on Lara, and then we're looking at John Beck being the future of the middleweight division. And seriously, at this point, the future of Canelo. I mean, Canelo could fight him too. He's from Triple G's place, so they have that little storyline. He just needs a few big wins, dude. Canelo's taking checks from everyone. He don't give a shit. Canelo's like, line them up. As long as Al Heyman, or I don't give a fuck who's paying. As long as someone's paying me, I'm fighting them. That's where I'm
Yeah.
at in my career.
And thank you, Al Heyman. Want to throw that in? It's in the contract. It's in the contract. Well, that's a fantastic segue because I love the fact that you called it the way you did in with Triple G and Johnny Beck's style, the walk down right, and then
Yeah,
someone like Laura as a mover. Well, next weekend we have something similar to that. Oddly, we
nice.
have ourselves a Artur Beterbiev, who is the guy that walks down, and Dmitry Bivol, who's the guy that moves around a lot. We might actually have that fight play out next week because this is also our preview slash prediction of the next weekend's fight. I want a nice little segue. Thank you for that nice little softball, Andrew. But we have a fight coming up next weekend, right? It's going to be the first time that there's going to be an undisputed light heavyweight champion since I think it was 25 years ago, and Roy Jones Jr. Some shit like that, hella long ass time ago. I saw a post somebody the other day posted on Instagram like, in a few months, 2015 will be 10 years ago, and there's like a guy like thinking like, oh shit, goddamn, thinking about 25 years ago, the last time anybody was the unified champion at light heavyweight. We're gonna have it. This is for all the marbles. It kind of sucks that we're not gonna have, Shakur Stevenson, who was supposed to be on that card as well, taking on Joe Cordina. That fight has scrapped. I looked at the fight card, and it doesn't look like Cordina's even on the card anymore. So I guess they removed the fight altogether. They didn't even bring anybody in Shakur's place. It doesn't look like it's gonna be pay-per-view either, right? It was supposed to be that as well, but it doesn't appear as though that's the direction that they're going anyway. But hey, good for us. It was a bad idea to begin with, so I'm happy that at the very least we're going to get Chris Eubank Jr. on the co-main event. Okay, you know, all right, not too bad, not too bad. Sky Nicholson, Australian, she's Australian, might be English. I remember English fighter, because I couldn't tell what her accent was. We interviewed her, me and Lee interviewed her years ago. Cool chick. They're going to be on the undercard. But we're here to talk about Bivol and Beterbiev. So the fight's going to be on ESPN Plus, right? That's going to be for free. Thankfully, this is the kind of fights that we want to see. The best fight the best. There's a couple of kind of side stories going on here. Number one, Beterbiev coming back from that injury, right? The patella, right? The patella injury, right? Coming back, which
Yeah,
happened
yeah.
back in June, I believe. And is this too soon? Maybe like, is it too soon? Is he coming back too soon? Is it fully repaired? If you think about how long it takes for something like that to repair, or for someone to recover from something like that, add to that the training camp. Is it too soon? perhaps on Bivol's side, all this outside of the ring happening with his wife and his wife rooting for Beterbiev. Who the fuck knows where his mind is at this point? We don't know if he's because that will screw you up bad, especially home stuff. If that's not on track, unfortunately, that kind of leaks into the fight. It's a little bit of a few side stories around here. Before I go into my prediction slash preview, I want to talk about the odds for this fight. Yes, I do have the odds for this fight, of course. I pulled them up on the BetMGM app that I have here on my cellular phone, and we'll see what you think about this, Andrew. It appears as though where I lost it. God damn it! Oh man, I just had it up. Fucking hell! Oh, here we go. Cool. All right. So we have Bivol, right? Just straight wins. Dmitry Bivol, minus 150 favorite. Artur Beterbiev plus 110 underdog. All right. A couple of prop bets. Dmitry Bivol by KO, TKO, or DQ plus 600. Bivol on points plus 110. All right, a little closer. Beterbiev by KO, TKO, or DQ plus 175. Beterbiev on points plus 700. Clearly, they think Beterbiev is going to win, is not going to be by decision. And a draw or a tie, as they have it, plus 1,800. Wow. All right. So, Andrew, sound off. What do you think about this? Who are you going with and how?
I'm torn on this fight. I've always liked Bivol's skill at the light heavyweight division, the boxer puncher approach that he has. Most of the time, that will defeat a slower, powerful puncher. Light heavyweights seem to always have. So Bivol's always been a fan favorite of mine in this division. I think even going into the Canelo fight. Against Beterbiev, though, Beterbiev's a monster. He's a different kind of guy, right? We've been waiting for this moment for him. Look, Bivol has the Canelo victory, but the overall resume, in my opinion, in these two guys' careers goes to Beterbiev as far as the more opponents he's faced at 175. They're actually true 75 pound guys. Where Bivol's biggest win comes from a guy who had no business in that division, right?
And his next biggest win was a guy who's not even in the division anymore, in Soto Ramirez.
Exactly, yeah. And Ramirez was very unknown, right? Very green to that whole big fight scene, right? That was really his moment stepping out. So yeah, it's I've been torn, but I'm going with Beterbiev. I know when I was young, I always went with the brawler, bro. Chavez, right? I'm always going the guy coming at you, got power, relentless. That's me. Then as I got the De La Hoya, the Marquez era, probably most likely started changing, right? Then you start leaning more towards boxers, right? And or at least in my opinion. And for this fight, for some reason, I'm leaning more towards and even Saul and Mayweather. I leaned on Saul because I thought he was going to pressure Floyd. I thought he was going to bring a lot more than him trying to outbox Floyd that night. So I've always leaned against on the brawler, and I'm doing it again. I took Beterbiev in this fight. I didn't take him by knockout though. I just took him straight up. I think they were giving like plus 110. So I took him straight up because he's stopping everyone, and it looks like Bivol's power has left him since they've given him the rise in opposition. If you look at it, and that's with dude, um, Beterbiev has knocked out some of the baddest dudes at 175. You know, the guy that put Adonis Stevenson in the hospital, knocked him out. Marcus Brown knocked him out. Anthony Yarde knocked him out. Like these some heavy hitters here, contenders. You know what I mean? That cannot go the distance with him. Bivol has shown that he's a 12-round fighter basically right now. I think his last 5 fights. Let me make sure that's correct. How many fights are we looking at? Well, his last fight was a TKO, but Zenod, I have no idea who the fuck that guy was.
And it was his first TKO in a while too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I. Oh shit! It is way more than 5. Yeah, he hadn't. He was his first knockout since 2018. I'm not even gonna count that.
Oh shit.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Wow.
he's definitely a decision fighter. I like Bivol. I mean, oh shit, I like
Oh.
Beterbiev.
That's the boxer
Damn
brain
it!
saying like, damn it.
You've done this before, you asshole.
Yeah. It's like muscle memory in your brain. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
Bivol,
exactly.
the boxer. No, 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 no. Brother. Uh,
Uh, it's
uh,
a hard one. It's always hard to go with the face first guy because
mm,
you're more thinking the knockout, right? So he's got to put the pressure on. He's got to get, and then those rounds start going by, and you're like, man, he ain't doing shit, man. It's round 4. He hasn't hurt this dude. He hasn't got. So it always sucks going for the pressure guy because you need that pressure. You need a Margarito Cotto type fight, right? That was one where definitely the pressure fighter won, and you seen it was a matter of time. He's breaking his face. He's breaking his will. You're like, yeah, he ain't going 12. He ain't not going 12, and then as it got later, he did get nervous, but he still got the victory. But that's the type of fight you need to see when it's a pressure fighter versus a boxer. You got to see him get into him early. I don't want to see half the fight go through and Bivol still throwing combinations on the outside.
mm. Yeah, and then they have a couple of common opponents. I think one in particular, Joe Smith Jr., who, if you might remember, actually hurt Bivol. At the end of a round, he throws like a 1-2 punch that kind of catches Bivol in the ear, kind of thing, and he wobbles, and it happens right at the end of the round, and he wobbles back to his corner. That's kind of one of the only times that we've seen Bivol like really, really hurt. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they went the full distance. Yeah, so Bivol wasn't able to stop Joe Smith Jr. and Beterbiev totally stopped that motherfucker. So
Yeah. Yeah, it
that's
wasn't
one of
even
the
a
things.
fight.
I know, dude. He mopped the floor with him, right? And I mean, he's got that 100% knockout ratio, right? And I want to say who was it? Deontay Wilder, I think, was going into his fight. I don't remember which fight, if it was his first, second, or third, but talking about Fury and saying, Fury has to fight the perfect fight for 12 fucking rounds. All I need is a perfect right punch, one time for a second, and he's gone. He, to a certain degree, he was right, because all it took was one fucking punch, and down goes Fury. Although, Fury did get back to his feet. But point is, that's kind of the way it has to be. Like, Bivol has to fight the perfect fight the whole fucking fight. He needs to be perfect the whole time to avoid getting cornered or anything like that. And really, Beterbiev just needs one punch to clock him and finish it. But he can go that whole fight looking for that one punch and never getting it. So that's a very and that makes it a little bit more of a toss-up. What do you think about those outside factors that I mentioned earlier? Number one, with Beterbiev having this injury back in June. Well, June was when they're supposed to fight. I don't know when he actually had the surgery. It might have been a couple of weeks before that fight because it was announced that they weren't going to fight on June 1st, several weeks, I think, before June 1st. So I think he actually had the surgery sometime in or the injury slash surgery sometime in May, maybe we'll say. June, July, August, September, October, 5 months roughly. How many of those months to recoup from the knee injury? How many of those months to actually dedicate towards training camp? Outside factor for Beterbiev and outside factor for Bivol, his fucking at home relationship that's going in the gutter. What do you think of those aspects? Do you think those will affect either one of those fighters?
It's hard to say because I haven't seen the training of Better Beef, right? You would have to be behind the scenes to see if the injury is affecting him. That's
Mhm.
something we're not going to know until fight night, right?
But what do you think
I,
about that short time frame? Do you think at any point, like, do you think that's enough? Do you think that might be enough to get through, the fight?
I'm not a doctor to speak on that one. I seriously, I don't even know what the time frame is for that injury.
Mm.
You would have to look that up to see what this holds a fighter out that's not in a major fight at 39 years of age. Because I'm totally agreeing with you. If you can get some information that says, "Nah, man, these guys are staying out for a year. He came back in a few months," then I'm definitely going to say the injury could have an effect in this fight. Because he got pressured in the fight. Dude, he's 39. They're probably like, dude, it's either now or never, right? We got to
Mm.
make this happen, or it's
Especially
not
if it's the
happening.
Sheik saying it, if it's His Excellency
Yeah,
saying, no, we're doing it in October. It's like, but recuperation is 5 months. I said October. Like, okay, yeah.
yeah, exactly. So that is a good inside better's information you can get there if you can see when how long these injuries actually hold a fighter that's not 39 out, because then we got to even bring in that he's 39, so the
Yeah.
healing process isn't the
Exactly.
same. Yeah, so that's a very good point to bring up on this one. We won't see until the fight night. But if he's 100%, it's gonna be an excellent fight. I hope he's 100% because it'd be sad because this one we've given a lot of what is it? Not publicity, but promotion that it's the fight of the year, that it's the one that we're all waiting for. It'd
Mm.
be suck to put it out there like that to some of the casuals, them tune in, and then one guy only have one arm. And then you have to say, "Oh yeah, we kind of knew he had this injury." Oh man, why didn't you tell me he had this fucking injury?
Right.
My bad. We just didn't know it was gonna be like that. I hope it's not one of those fights. It's sort of like Spence being fucking blind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So what about Bivol's side? That issue with him and his fucking wife going public with the issues and
That is a lot
public.
easier. I like. Okay, that's a lot easier to speak on.
Mhm.
Hell yeah, that's a distraction. Your wife is out there tweeting about the other man that you're fighting. You know, I'm going for, yeah, you know it's a distraction. Now, if is it going to affect him fight night? Who knows? But definitely he doesn't like that during training camp, right? That's
Mm.
yeah, easier to speak on because most guys have been on a breakup or so yeah, we definitely hate the drama of the breakup getting into the work scene or anything like that.
Do you think it's enough to? I mean, I know it's obviously a distraction, but those Eastern Europeans are so mentally fucking tough that they just block that shit out. I mean, we saw Usyk go to fucking war for Christ's sake and come back and did what he did against Fury. It can he block that out? I mean, I know we're all
There's
human. I
kids
guess.
involved.
Yeah.
There's kids involved in this, so we don't know what she's, if she's doing anything like ex-wifey like that. You
I
won't
like
see
you're
him.
never gonna see. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you won't see him till the judge says you can see him.
And I'm taking half your fight purse and your belts after
Yeah.
this.
I want a therapist there. He's a fighter and he scares me. Right? All that bullshit
Right.
comes in.
Mhm.
So um they're like, "Has he ever touched you?" Well, yeah, I think see he touched her. Like, what? Wait a
Yeah.
minute. So,
It's
yeah,
like one time I was holding the pad and I accidentally moved and he hit me. Like, oh, that counts. That counts.
yeah, yeah. He didn't accidentally.
Yeah. He did the Lomachenko where he pulled it down and then he clocked it. He did that. That shit.
shows the judge shows the
Yeah.
judge that
It's like this
tactic.
is this is Fernando Vargas doing it against Icorte where he just like pulls the hands down and cracks. He did that, officer.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, and you are right about being strong mentally. Um, they're gonna get in there and they're gonna fight. These two guys are the best in the division. Hopefully, they show up 100%. And we get a hell of a fight. Beterbiev's been waiting for this moment, I think, a long time. Bivol kind of had his moment in the sun and didn't do shit with it. For some reason, him and his promotional company couldn't capitalize off the Saul Alvarez victory. So let's see what Top Rank can do if Beterbiev can get this win.
Okay, right on. Well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have to toss in my 2 cents here. Um, I'm gonna have to go with Better Biev. I think it's going to be one of those, and you took the words right out of my mouth. One of those Cotto Margarito type of, Chavez Rosario. It has to be that way in order for Better Biev to be able to chop him down early enough. Yes, he's going to give away a lot of the early rounds. That's kind of well, I shouldn't say a lot. He's going to give away some of the early rounds, but what you said earlier, we don't want to get to the point, or me, if I'm going to be, cheering for or rooting for Better Biev. We don't want to get to the, 6th round and being like, all right, when the fuck is he going to put the pressure on him? At this point, he should have already, by round 3 or 4 or 5, you should already be putting the pressure on him to make sure that Bivol goes back to his corner after every round, having taken something away from him. So I think Better Beav is going to take this one late. Bivol is going to be strong enough to hold on there for as long as he can. But and this is very tempting. I'm looking at the odds and seeing Better Beav on DQ or take TKO at plus 175. That's pretty tempting. The fact that Better Beav, who's the 100% ratio knockout ratio, is the underdog here. that's tempting to put some money on him. So just a heads up, he's the underdog in case anybody else wants to put money on him. But I'm gonna have to go with Beterbiev. He's gonna end up finishing Bivol. It's gonna be late. I might go as far as to say even like 10th round, like
Nice.
almost the end of the fight, closer to the championship rounds. But I'm gonna go with Beterbiev by KO or TKO, 10 rounds. All right. Well, I think we got a nice little show going here. I'm glad we were able to get Andrew for as long as we were able to. I'm sure Andrew has to get crack-a-lackin' because he's got his boy's birthday party to get to and finish up and whatnot. So. As always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. I tried to, get through this show with as much phlegm that I still got that I'm kind of coughing out and sneezing out. So if I sound a little like I just been crying, I wasn't. I was freaking sick. But we appreciate you guys showing up, and we'll see how this fight turns out this weekend because I'm totally looking forward to it. This Saturday, Beterbiev against Bivol for the undisputed light heavyweight championship. Thank you so much for joining us. You enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys, and we'll see you guys next week with the fight results. Oh shit! Peace. Take care.
Take care.